So, Artfight just ended, and I want to talk about it. If you don't know what Artfight is, it's basically a giant art trade. You can make a profile on the Artfight website and post your OCs there, and every July there will be 2 teams. This year the teams were Seafoam and Stardust. Then for the entire month of July, you choose artists to attack by drawing their OC aggressively. And it doesn't have to be a digital drawing. It can be a traditional drawing, an animation, food art, there's cosplays, people have made crochets, little model figures. It's super crazy. It's really an event for any type of artist with any level of skill, even if any discourse on the internet makes it seem like it's not.
I've attacked 3 people already and no one's attacked me back.
Ugh, I hate math attacks. It's just a cheap way to get more points.
I know, right? I don't want a beginner artist to be drawing my OCs with their ugly art style. Despite everything that was happening online, I was still in my own bubble. I saw a lot of my friends join Artfight, but I still wasn't sure if I wanted to join myself. Because the point of Artfight was to draw other people's OCs, and I didn't even really have OCs. Growing up, I only really drew fan art of characters that already existed. The only exceptions being when I drew myself in those universes.
And you guys know I was just kidding, right?
Way to go, Squidward.
Here we have a drawing of me and Dipper cracking open a cold one because we are best friends. And this is me redrawing it 4 years later. Because we are still best friends. Even my iGirl character was just an old Minecraft skin that I made in high school. Eventually, I just bit the bullet and made an account. Because even if I didn't want to join this year, I could still have an account for next year that I didn't have to worry about. I added my iGirl character, a cat character I made for my boyfriend, and my old D&D character. I scrounged up some last minute character sheets a day before the challenge started. Since I started so late, I really didn't think anybody was going to attack me. So I posted about it a lot. And even then, I thought I'd only get attacked by my friends. And I was completely fine with that. Still, I made a promise that I would revenge anybody who attacked me just to show that I appreciated them taking time to make art for me. Then I thought to myself, wait, what if I get like 11 attacks? Then I have to make 11 drawings in a month. That's crazy. Nah, that probably won't happen. And then I went to sleep. The next morning, I opened up the Artfight website to start drawing and it wasn't working. Apparently this happens every year though. In the meanwhile, I watched a few Artfight advice videos and they all said to screenshot the characters that you wanted to fight in advance because the website was guaranteed to crash the first few days. Damn. So I went to sleep again and I came back later. So on July 2nd, I went to check if I had any attacks yet and oh shit. I'd already gotten 10 attacks. Oh my god. And as days went on, they just kept on coming. It was so overwhelming. I was so excited that I made a post about it. Somebody commented, you literally asked for this. And yeah, I guess. But I didn't think it was gonna work. I had to start drawing. There was no way for me to keep up at this rate. I felt like it was only fair to attack people in the order that they attacked me. The first person to attack me was Interluded, so I went on their account to choose one of their characters to draw. At this point, I really took it upon myself to look at the characters in their list to see if there's any that didn't have any attacks yet and draw that one. So I started drawing and immediately I realized that I was drawing way too slow. I felt a lot of pressure to make it look good. So I was really indecisive and made a lot of sketches. You can't even see it in the speed paint because every time I would start a sketch, I would immediately undo, which doesn't show in a speed paint. Eventually, I finished the drawing and I thought, I can't keep doing this. So on the next attack, I thought I would try a more chibi art style. It's not something that I've ever really done before, but I thought it was a good time to experiment with it. And this is what I made. I definitely need more help with the proportions, but I was really liking how the color blocking was looking, so I was onto something. I made a few more drawings and they were pretty good, but I wanted to challenge myself more. So I tried a few full body drawings and I honestly loved them. For this batch, I really liked the ones that I made for Burnt Skies and Smarty Arty. I was just really proud of the poses and the colors. But I just keep drawing, and every day there was more drawings going against me. I swear to God, I felt like Sisyphus rolling that boulder up that hill, but in a good way though. And to all the people who attacked me, thank you so much. Your art is so amazing. I saved all the pictures onto my phone in its own little folder named Hehe. So now I can always look back on it and remember how you guys jumped me. I was fighting for my life. I needed to lock in. I was a drawing machine. The only thing that was going on in my brain was nonstop from Hamilton. And even then, I could not keep up. I would draw and post like 7 drawings a day and then have to take a break for another 3 days. It was getting to the point where I was very burnt out and I didn't really want to do it anymore. I didn't really have an obligation to revenge everyone because I didn't say it publicly, and the quality of the art that I was making was dropping. I would waver through fully rendered drawings to fully shaded drawings to minimal shading to this. I was really trying to power through it, but then I got sick and it was bad. For a full 10 days, I could not function. And the whole time, all I could think about was, what about my attacks? My revenges? Oh no. By the time I felt good enough to draw again, I only had a week to do 23 drawings. I knew that in order to make this work, I needed to ditch the fully rendered approach. Ditch the shading approach, just do line art, flat colors, and maybe a little shine in the eyes. And that's if I'm being nice. But even then, I'd still make like 5 drawings, get really fatigued, and have to take a break for another 3 days. I swear, I was trying so hard. I was drawing the most bare bones art style that I possibly could, and still, I had 10 drawings to do in one day, and I knew what I had to do. If you go to my channel and scroll down to 2 years ago, you'll see a speed paint called The Kraken, Our Flag Means Death. And in that video, you'll see me make a full drawing with the lasso fill tool. Because if you really know what you're doing with the lasso fill tool, you can do line art, color, and shading in basically an hour. Game changer. As long as you understood shape and value, you were set. So I went off, doing the easiest pose I know how to do, headshot, 3/4 angle, no background, picking the easiest OC that they have. And even then, as I was drawing the last 10, I was still getting more attacks. So 10 drawings in one day turned into 13. At this point, I was taking shifts and taking breaks in the between just to make sure that I got this done. And I did it. The last drawing being a My Little Pony character at 12 a.m. And that was it. 55 characters in 1 month. I revenged everyone. Why is the video still going? So it turns out the end of Artfight isn't August 1st, it's August 3rd. So not only did I have more time than I thought I did, someone waited for the last second to slap me in the face, and I didn't have a chance to slap them back. They attacked me in the middle of me recording this video. Artfight's already over. I can't defend myself. And my attacker was Burnt Marshmallow Q. What the I'm not actually mad, by the way. Thank you for attacking me. I love you. Mwah. But now I'm stuck. This whole time I've been making a video about how I revenged everybody on my first art fight. But now it can't be about that. Unless one more drawing. That's all I have to do now. I've already done 55. What's one more? And since I don't have the pressure of the time limit anymore, what's stopping me from going all in? Full body, fully shaded, fully rendered, implied background. I have my limits, and I'll see if I can email it to them. I didn't really care about the points anyway. This is about my hubris. Burnt Marshmallow Cube had a lot of really cool characters, but the one that really caught my eye was one named Equinox. What can I say? I'm a sucker for characters based on the sun and moon. So I paused making this video and I started drawing. Again, without any time constraints. I sketched a pose that I really liked, and then really took my time with the line art. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with line art, so in places like the hair, I kept it a little bit messy, just because I knew I was going to render it later. I really liked the idea of her holding her wand staff thing across her body while she floated in the air, but then I looked back at the reference and realized that that wasn't a staff, that was a tail. So I erased her staff, added a tail, and made her hands rest on her knees. And then I quickly blocked out some colors. At this point, I was trying to figure out a background, but I really wasn't liking anything that I was making. So I decided to just render now and just worry about the background later. I think Artfight really helped me solidify my rendering process. When I was first learning how to render, I did not understand how people could just open the color palette and pick a color that would work well. So I just don't do that. But that's a whole different video. At this point, I finished rendering the character, but I was too tired to make a background. That's why I said implied background, okay? But I couldn't just leave it empty. So I went online and found a picture of a galaxy. But then I looked at it and realized that she was kind of blending in with the background. So I blocked out a circle behind her, which I really like because now it looks like she's in space covering up the sun. That's cool. So that's it. I finished it up and I sent it over to them. I really hope they like it. I'm really proud of myself, and I think I'm allowed to be. I did not think that I could do it. At the beginning of this month, I thought 11 drawings was unbelievable. I really like looking back at the old drawings to see how my art style adapted in order to fit the time limit. I have a lot of favorite drawings in there, and you would think that the last few would be the worst quality because I was rushing so much, but I love them. At the beginning of this month, I didn't even think I was gonna join, but I'm so glad that I did. I had to pause my commissions, which I'm basically living off of right now, so it probably wasn't the smartest idea. Commissions are open, by the way, but I don't know. I'm so much more confident in my art now, and I can draw so much faster. So if you're debating whether or not you want to join Artfight next year, I really recommend it. And you don't need to draw 55 drawings. That's something that I did for some reason. I don't recommend that part. Don't stress yourself out. Make a few drawings and make a few friends. That's it. I watched a few fart fight. Okay.